Welcome to Teachings and Tangents. I'm Kathy Batista. So you'll notice for the next few, maybe months, my background all behind me here is going to be all different. I am in the middle of a move and it's going to take a couple months, but still, I will be all over the place. And that leads me to today's teaching is that this has been going on now for maybe about 3 weeks of moving and packing and oh, if you've moved, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It doing this move has led me to really rely heavily on my um, energy, my spiritual hygiene, right? Whatever you want to call it, my energetic hygiene, my just keeping my energy in check, my spiritual hygiene, making sure that I'm centered, right? And it's something that I talk a lot about with my clients because we always have goals and dreams and aspirations, and they might be big as in moving or getting a new job or addressing relationship issues, or it could be simple, not simple, but more internally things that our goals are. Like maybe we really want to start embracing a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Maybe we've been feeling really off and unhappy, and we're looking for that spark that we've lost, right? Or maybe we've all of a sudden found ourselves not feeling as confident as we used to be, right? So when we have something we're trying to accomplish, whether it is this internal goal or an external goal, one of the things that often gets thrown off when we're making any sort of changes is our spiritual health, our spiritual hygiene, those things that we've created to keep our space um, healthy and vibrant, right? Because a lot of times with change comes a different vibration, which often can set us off or kind of knock us off of our spiritual plane, our spiritual vibration that we're existing in as we're moving to a different one. So I wanted to talk about how you can create routines or a ritual that will allow you to specifically work on your energetic field, your energetic hygiene, your spiritual hygiene, so that you're able to achieve these goals from a place of abundance instead of scarcity. Sometimes when we're thrown off balance, we turn into, oh no, this is going to happen, or I might lose this, or if I make this change, what's going to happen to everything else, right? I mean, I'm in the middle, the thick of that, deciding what stays, what goes, all that jazz. So, came up with a little acronym because if you are a member here at Teachings and Tangents, or if you're a member in our community at the Learning Circle, check us out at the website. I'll put some links down here too. The Learning Circle, you know that I teach in acronyms. I love them. They're easy to follow for me and they're easy to remember. They're easily repeatable, right? Once we've learned that. So I came up with this acronym for creating a routine that will allow you to um, maintain some spiritual hygiene, some energetic hygiene, right? And the acronym is SMILE. And why not, right? Because that's the attitude we want to go in with when we make changes, is having this feeling of a smile, right? Even if someone says smile, it ignites something in our brain. And there's also a little trick that I want you to know. If you even fake a smile or force a smile, it sends signals to your brain that it starts releasing dopamine. It means you're happy. And a little trick that I teach my clients too is you can even, I'm laughing because I have a client and she's probably watching this, but we made a joke once about this. But anyway, so you can put the pencil in your mouth and it forces your lips, the corner of your mouth, to go into a mock smile, signaling your brain. So if you're feeling off and funky, right? people do this. They think you're concentrating, right? But it's actually sending dopamine. People are doing like their finals and everything. Sends dopamine to your brain, keep you going, right? So next time you feel aggravated or you need a little boost, like just, I don't know, hopefully it's your own pencil. Don't put somebody else's dirty pencil in your mouth. But you ain't going there, right? So got to keep these handy so you can always just activate a smile. So we're going to go to S.M.I.L.E, our acronym. All right. So for the first letter of our acronym S.M.I.L.E is S. Whatever you're doing, whether it's the routine or ritual, whether it's an exercise routine, a spiritual hygiene routine, or creating a schedule of anything really, right? Is S. You want to set the intentions. By setting the intention for the goal, for whether it's your day, right? You are going to allow that space to become. Setting the intention allows spaces to arrive. Set a sacred intention is really what it's about, making it special. You're setting this intention, and a lot of setting intention comes from reflecting and asking yourself exactly what it is you want. What your goal is will help you to set that intention, right? My intention for a ritual around my morning practice is going to be different than my intention around an evening practice, right? So we need to know what our goal is to set that intention. And so for me, I was setting my intention around spiritual hygiene, right? But if we are going to create a goal, create a ritual or a routine around something, just get clear on what it is. Set that intention. What is the intention of this time that you're putting together for yourself, right? Always we want to, when we're doing, I'm going to walk this through S.M.I.L.E for our setting the spiritual intention, right? So M, again, if you know me here at Teachings and Tangents, M is for mindfulness practice. No matter what, we want, after we've had that intention and we've set it and we know what our goals are for this time, is to create a space to allow mindfulness. And mindfulness means we're just being present in that moment with non-attachment and non-judgment, being present in the moment. If our intention is to create spiritual hygiene or a morning routine, right? Morning routine is generally when I really try to set that spiritual intention, and then again at night. So when you're setting this intention, if you aren't mindfully in that moment and you're thinking about the whole day and what's coming, or if it's in the evening, you've thought about everything that's past, you aren't doing yourself the service of actually being in that routine. You are somewhere else. So it's always important to remember to remain mindful in our routines, in our rituals. Do what you're doing, where you're doing. A little tip that I teach my clients is, and I learned this in different healing places that I've been, is keep your head where your feet are, right? Our head is often not right here where our feet are, our head meeting our thoughts, right? So if we can always remember to keep our head where our feet are, it helps to keep us mindful, keep us present in the moment, right? And so we want to then bring in our body, right? We want to be able to invite movement of some sort to connect it. When we are doing a spiritual hygiene, for doing an energetic hygiene morning, evening ritual, it's important to incorporate that mind, body, and soul. And so we've really already started with our mind and slightly our soul by setting those intentions and getting mindful. And now we want to invite some movement. And maybe that is For me in the morning, it's using my rebounder, my mini trampoline, right? It could be just swaying, it could be stretching, it could be doing some yoga moves. It might even be sometimes for me, it is doing like I'm like, all right, I'm doing 3 laps around the yard, right? And in the middle of my move, my yard lappage size is changing. So I might have to think about something else too. So it's invigorating our body. It's getting our body in because that actually now is also sending more signals to our brain that we're being present, we're in the moment. It's amazing when you invite that movement in and you actually pair it with some body mapping when you're moving. And if you are just acknowledging where you are in space and time, really helps to center you. Then the L, I couldn't decide with the L. So this is real time, people. I couldn't decide. I landed with lean into making it your own, right? Because some people, when we're doing hygiene and we're talking about our body, it might be you want to shower. It might be you want to have something light to eat to set you up for this time together with yourself, right? This time that you've set, whatever your intention is for this time. And so it might even be like I thought of maybe people want to like I always read a few pages from a book that I call like my learning book. I have my book at night. That is part of my nighttime ritual. That is more like a novel. And then in my morning ritual is more of nonfiction, whether I'm reading an autobiography, a biography, or like a book. I'm currently reading a book about vagus nerve, right? So it's learning. I like to incorporate something that I'm learning, right? So it's leaning in to make this your own. So we've got the S.M.I.L. and then the E is simply to establish this as a routine, make it consistent. Whatever, we're going to circle back to the S, whatever your intention is, it's important and it's yours and it's valuable. And so the way to have yourself achieve this, to create this for yourself because you deserve it, is to make it consistent by making it a routine, establish that routine. Because in the end, that it's almost full circle, right? You need that consistency to create that intention and space to achieve what you're setting out, what you're intending to do, right? And so by following this simple little S.M.I.L.E acronym, right, you can create a space for yourself to whether it is your morning ritual, your nighttime ritual. To me, these are all, what is that? Oh, I can't think of it. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. A rose by any other names, whatever it is. It's tomato, tomato. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it doesn't matter what we're calling it, whether it's an energy healing ritual or a spirituality ritual where you're cleansing your spirit, your aura, right? Or whether it's a morning or evening ritual, whatever we call it, we need to smile, make it happen, and do it for you because you deserve it. So just to recap with our S.M.I.L E, you're going to set that intention. You're going to make it mindful. You're going to include ways to incorporate your body with your mind and your soul. You're going to lean into a way to make it your own, make it personal to you, right? Maybe you have oracle cards that you want to pull an oracle card every day for that ritual, right? Maybe you have a book that you're pulling out and learning from. Make it your own. And then finally establishing that as a routine. And that is a big part of mindset, is setting aside that time and being clear with yourself, right? Being realistic, right? We don't want to say, oh, I'm going to have an hour morning routine and an hour night routine. Like I'm already dreading that. So I want to do that, but you want to make it realistic for you, right? What works? Maybe it's a minute, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 2 times a day at 10 minutes, Whatever it is, make it your own. And if you love this, you will love everything we do inside of the Learning Circle. It's $22 a month, lots of fun. Join us. We'll see you next time.